Hello guys, so this is Codeforces round 919. Yesterday's Codeforces round, and this is the first question: A, satisfying constraints. So basically, Alex is given Alex is given a problem, and he has been given three constraints. That is, on what an integer k can be. So the first constraint is that k should be greater than or equal to any integer x, which is k should be greater than or equal to any integer x. Now k should be less than or equal to any integer x, k should be less than or equal to any integer x, and the third constraint is that it should not be equal to that integer x, right? So these are the three constraints, and you have to find the number of k, like how many integers are there, right? Right. So number of integers k. So this is that the answer is finite, and there are no two constraints that are exact same, right? So in this question you can just see that there would not be any duplicates. Why? Because 3 2 and 5 2, like 3 2 will not be there because no two constraints are exact same, right? So let's talk about next. The next is the number of test cases. This is the number of constraints, and these are the number of constraints. Like these are the constraints. So first talk about this one question. So in this test case, what is happening? First is the third constraint. I've taken actually a vector here in which I've stored all the numbers that should not be there. So first is 6, then is 7, then this is the first constraint, means like 2, that the number should be, if I'll take the range, then the range should be maximum of 2, like maximum of all the numbers of 1, and yep, and minimum of all the numbers of 2, right? So that would be the, so why I've done this, why? Because let's talk about now this one, 2 and 7. See, it should be, the number should be greater than 2 here, and the number should be greater than 7 here. It means if it is greater than 7, then already it would be greater than 2, so we can just take 7 here instead of 2, and that would be like more easy. So I've taken the maximum of these two and put this here. Now let's talk about 344. It will go here, 144. Now this one, 100, and then 98, right? If a number is lesser than 98, then it will already be less than 100, no? So that's why I've taken the minimum here. The minimum would be 98. Now here 3 and 7 is already maximum. This is 99. I've taken here 99. Yep. So now what I have to see is how many numbers are in this range from 7 to 98. So this is not here, then 100 is also not there, then 44 is there, but 99 is not there. So there's two numbers who are in the range from 7 to 98, and they will not be counted. So what I will do is, let's say 7 plus 2. These are the numbers which will not be in the range, right? Like from, yeah. So first I'll take the range, like how many numbers are in this range, including 7. That would be 98 minus 7 plus 1. I've added 1 so that 7 is also included here, right? So that would be 92. Now I'll subtract the two numbers who should not be in this range. So the answer is 90. Yep, the answer is 90 here. Now let's talk about this one, test case. So here the range would be from 5 to 4. So now if I'll take 5, 4 minus 5 plus 1, then the answer would be 0. But if I'll take, here it is, answer is positive. But if I'll take 3, then what will happen? Here would be 3, here would be 3, then the answer would be minus 1, right? So for any answer, like for if ever there comes an answer in negative, then I'll automatically like print 0. Why? Because there is no numbers who is in the range 5 to 3 that is like bigger than 5 and lesser than 3, right? So the answer would be 0. And that's what I've done in the code also. Let's see the code here. So first I've taken the number of test cases here. Then in solve, what I've done is I've taken, yeah, it's, yeah. So what I've done is I've taken n, the number of constraints, and I've taken the constraints. This is actually not needed. Now, I've taken a and b. If a is 1, then I'll taken the maximum of that. If a is 2, then I've taken the minimum of that. And if it is 3, then I have put it in the vector. Now, this is not also not needed. Now what I've done is like from I to mn, like if any of the element in that vector is in the range from x to mn, then I have like I've added that in x. I'm basically doing what is 7 plus 2 I am doing, and then I'll minus from 98 minus 7 minus 2. So I'm doing the same thing but in just different ways. So that would be 9 here. Now I'm just subtracting it together 9, and if at any point, like if it in the last it comes negative, then I'll just print it 0 here. That's it. Or else I've printed the number here. Thank you guys.